So today we're going to be working on solving proportions. And it's going to be a lot more complex than what you remember in 6th grade, so follow with me here. So in 6th grade, you had simple proportions such as 3 over 5 is equal to 12 over x. Remember that? And you may have heard of the butterfly method. Or cross products. Either way, you took the bottom number and multiplied it with the top number on the other side. So if you solve this, you have 3x equals 5 times 12 is 60. Divide both sides by 3, and x is equal to 20, right? So that was from 6th grade, but we're going to be adding some extra steps today. So now we're going to begin by cross multiplying. So cross multiply. And we're going to be solving a whole equation with more than one step. So let's take an example. Let's start. It's fairly simple. So negative 15 over 6 equals x plus 2 over 4. And we're still going to start with the cross products. 4 times negative 15 is negative 60. I'm going to go ahead and write this out as a multiplication to make sure that I do my distributive property properly. So negative 60 is equal to 6 times x is 6x, 6 times 2 is positive 12. And now I have a problem that I can solve. I can subtract 12 on both sides. Negative 60 minus 12 is negative 72. I divide both sides by 6. And I have negative 12 is equal to x. So by the end, I still have a solution to what's going on. Let's try a few more of these problems because they get pretty complex. Next example. Let's say that I have y plus 10 over 60 equals 2/5. Quite a lot going on here, but we can do this if we go one step at a time. So I'm going to begin by showing my distributive property, y times the quantity, or 5 times the quantity of y plus 10. 60 times 2 is 120. Continuing my distributive property, 5 times y is 5y. 5 times 10 is 50. It's 120. So now I can subtract 50 on both sides. So I'm trying to isolate the variable. So 5y is equal to 70. Now I can divide both sides by 5, and y is equal to 14. Let's try another one. Let's get a little bit harder. So 8 over 3 equals 2m plus 4 over m. Now I have variables all over the place. So we're going to start with our cross products. 8 times m is 8m. 3 times the quantity 2m plus 4. So now I'm going to use the distributive property again. So 8m is equal to 3 times 2m, which is 6m. 3 times 4 is positive 12. So this time I'm going to be moving the variable. I'll choose the smaller one to move because I want all the variables on one side. 8m minus 6m is 2m, and that is a 12. I can see I will be dividing both sides by 2, and m is equal to 6. Let's try one last one. Let's say that I have 2 over x minus 4 is equal to 5 over x plus 5. So we begin with our cross products. So I have 2 times the quantity of x plus 5 is equal to 5 times the quantity of x minus 4. Now I'm going to use the distributive property on both sides of the equal sign. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 5 is positive 10. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. Now I have a multi-step equation that I can solve. I will start by getting all the variables on one side. I choose a smaller one to move, which is that 2x. So I'll subtract 2x on both sides. So I have 10 is equal to 3x minus 20. Now I'm going to move my constant over to the other side. So I'm going to add 20, because right now it subtracts. Those cancel out now. So I have 30 is equal to 3x. And from here, I see that I can divide both sides by 3 and get 10 is equal to x. So you can see there are a lot of steps, but if you take it one step at a time, it's not so terrible.